Seva International USA is a Hindu faith-based humanitarian non-profit service organization registered under Internal Revenue Code 501(c)(3), founded in 2003. Seva International is part of a larger movement that started in India in 1989 and is active in 20 countries. Seva serves humanity irrespective of race, color, religion, gender, or nationality. They specialize in disaster relief and rehabilitation. Their development programs focus on family services, child, tribal, and refugee welfare, women empowerment, health, and education. In addition to Seva International USA's work, they have undertaken development projects in Colombia, Guyana, India, Kenya, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. So, friends, today our esteemed guest for this show for Seva International USA Assistance and Compassion is Geetesh Desai, who is a long term Houston resident, a volunteer, and an activist in the greater Houston community for many years. He is a humanitarian, a philanthropist, and is actively involved in Houston chapter of Seva International USA. He is a licensed professional engineer and a consultant in the oil and gas industry as well. Currently, he is a spokesperson of Seva International USA. In 2019, he has been awarded the prestigious Pravasi Bharatiya Sanman, the highest honor for a person of Indian origin by the President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner declared March 29, 2019 as Geetesh Desai Day in the city of Houston for his community service and his wonderful philanthropic work for the world at large. He is a recipient of many other awards and recognitions. So let's welcome our esteemed guest, Geetesh Desai ji from Seva International USA for this show. Welcome, Geetesh ji. How are you today?
Say,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you for the
And
opportunity.
it's great to have you on our show. I feel this is an honor and a privilege for Mana TV International uh, to interview you about Seva International USA and your philanthropic and compassionate work, especially for India now. So let's before I ask you the main questions about COVID-19 wave two and how Seva have helped India with different paraphernalia, I just wanted to ask you just to light up the air for our audience. Tell us a little bit about Seva and your association with Seva International USA.
As you mentioned earlier, Seva International is a 501c3 charity humanitarian organization under 501c3, and we have been in operations since 2003 in the United States. Seva is a Sanskrit word meaning selfless service, service above self, serving without any recognition or reward or any other expectations from our service. So it is selfless service. So all our volunteers are working under this guidelines, and our guiding principles come from Hindu spirituality that teaches us that the world is one family, and serving humanity is serving divinity. And let all be happy, let all be healthy, let all see good in each other, and let no one suffer misery. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. So these are our guiding principles, and our volunteers are serving under this premise. It is 100% volunteer-based organization. We have a minuscule staff for administration, and from our board of directors to executive team and volunteers, they are all volunteers. And we have a day job, and in times of crisis around us, we step up and we come forward to serve the community. We've been serving this for a very long period of time. We have served almost 32 disasters that put together in United States and surrounding countries, like in Caribbean countries like Haiti, Trinidad, Tobago, Puerto Rico, Guyana. We have served in Colombia. We have been serving in Iraq, in some parts of Pakistan, India, as well as Nepal, and many other countries. So service is our goal and our mission in disaster relief and rehabilitation, then serving all the way. We also have other programs that we aid local communities. For instance, in Houston, we run after our schools for underserved, underprivileged communities. We have an education program called Aspire. Aspire stands for Assisting Student Performance in Remedial Education. So our students are normally refugee community children as well as some immigrant community children. So we work with them, we play with them, and we see what change we can bring to their lives, positive change.
Wonderful, wonderful. That sounded so philanthropic. That sounded so beautiful, Geetesh ji. I mean, I'm really thrilled to find out the mission and vision of Seva. And somewhere you mentioned that the world is a single family. I remembered that word, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, right? Yes.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is what we learned from our childhood. The world is one family.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just now you told about Aspire too, and that as well. Pretty sure it'll fill a lot of us with philanthropic aspirations as well. So as I was reading the mission statement in your Seva website, I was kind of thrilled to find out what all you have done and all the achievements that have been accomplished by Seva. And now I've learned a little bit more from you about Seva and how they're serving different countries at large, whether it is disaster relief or helping children who are underprivileged and the like. So, because you are the Houston chapter president of Seva International USA, tell me about your roles. What are the roles you perform, and what are the tasks you take up as far as Seva International USA is concerned?
In Houston, we have very active chapters. We got organized when the refugees from Bhutan were coming to the United States, and they came to Houston, a few thousand of them. So we helped them settle down in Houston because they were new to the community in Houston, and they did not know the system of the United States, how to navigate on a daily life. So we helped them establish and provided their basic needs. Our volunteers were assisting them. Prior to that, the Katrina happened in Louisiana, in New Orleans, Louisiana. So we served in Louisiana during the Katrina hurricane. And we've been serving ever since that period of time. My role is I was a volunteer, and I'm still a volunteer, and my role right now is responsibilities as a president of the chapter, but it's just a functional role. We are all volunteers. So we stepped up to the Hurricane Harvey that came to Houston in 2017, and our community served in a large numbers. We are 1,250 plus volunteers that came out and served Greater Houston community. So that made a big impact with our services. We were being given grant by the Greater Houston Community Foundation of $400,000 for case management, and we were also being given grant by Red Cross of $500,000 for rehab work for destroyed housing in one section of the community. And we have been also given grant by AmeriCorps. We have about 18 members that are serving with us from AmeriCorps in Houston chapter. So we are running here a number of activities. Right now, as we talk, we have a program going on for young students, high school students, seniors, and freshmen, college students. We call Lead Houston and Get Inspired. These are two programs. They are summer internship programs. These programs are very sought after, and lots of applications come. We are very selective based on their merits. And we disappoint many people, many families actually, because we cannot take more than X number. That is our capacity. So these programs give a leadership training to these young people, and we give an opportunity to interact with leaders of different fields in Houston area. It could be political leader like mayor or a county judge meaning here a county president. We go to the CEOs of a big corporation or president of university. So these students see what is the motivating and inspiring factors for these leaders who are successful in their life. So they can look up to them. So these students are getting motivated during this our summer internship program. We also run, as I mentioned, Aspire schools that are after hours for needy people who are underserved, underprivileged communities. We also have a Seva Day in a year, once a year. So we pick a project that people participate with the mainstream community and we volunteer for one day for Seva Day in 1 year. Another important program that we are doing is family services because as our community is established now here, there are a number of other social needs, family needs of our community. So we assist people for their medical and health needs or bereavement and situation where families grieving. We can assist them for funeral services or some students who have a problem on the campus that the student is originally from India and he has nobody here. So Seva people come forward to help that person also. So we have a number of other activities under family services. The patients coming from India to Houston's Texas Medical Center, we assist them to navigate in a Houston system. So because they are new to the country and the medical center, so we come into play through these family services programs.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's really enlightening about the services, the various compassionate services of Seva for a lot of people, be it disaster relief or helping those who got afflicted in the hurricanes or the natural disasters, or even helping children or those who are refugees who have issues with habitation, who are inhabitants here who are staying in, but on compassionate grounds, Seva is rendering help with food and shelter and things like that. That way, I mean, their heart will be warmed, and I mean, you will have saved a lot of people from a mental crisis also, because
During Hurricane Harvey, we saved 687 people from high waters, and we served thousands and thousands of hot meals. About 40 community organizations partnered with Seva Houston chapter during Hurricane Harvey. So the whole community came together under the leadership of Seva International Houston chapter. So our tagline is "Together we serve better," and we really mean it that we cannot do anything or everything on our own. But if we come together, we have a big force. We have so much strength as a team, as a community. We can do a number of positive things.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that you'll do more and more for a lot of communities and humanity at large. And coming to our burning problem in India and the world at large, and but especially India got the big hit by the COVID wave 2, the second variant of the coronavirus. Uh, we have read and we have witnessed on media how bad the situation in India is. And tell us, the contribution of Seva to the Indians who got afflicted by the COVID wave 2. I mean, who are the victims? I mean, how did Seva help them in these times?
Right, that's a very good question because as we heard the second surge in India and rising number of cases and deaths, we immediately, our team put together a program for fundraising called Help India Defeat COVID-19. And we started fundraising on our own website, sevausa.org, and facebook.com, Seva International USA. So we have a very overwhelming support and love in the form of donations and people coming together. Uh, Within few days, we started raising more than $1 million. So our goal was $500,000, which we reached very fast. And then we raised it to $1 million, $2 million, and then $5 million, $10 million. So altogether, right now we have raised well over $16 million between two of our platforms, SevaUSA.org and Facebook page, as well as a lot of corporate world came forward to assist us, as well as some foundations and people all across the communities, Indian diaspora as well as mainstream community have also come together to support our cause. They see what we are doing and they were encouraged to donate to our cause. So we are very thankful to all our donors and our supporters and our volunteers who have come together to work with us.
Fine.
So with these funds, we have already spent $7.5 million to procure and ship oxygen concentrators, ventilators, oximeters, pulse oximeters, BiPAP and CPAP machines, and many other needs on the ground that we are supporting from here.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So the funds you have collected, I mean, are you transferring it to the government of India, or do you have a wing of Seva in India?
We are not supporting or working with the government in any shape or form. We bought 7,482 oxygen concentrators. Out of that, 5,482 are already in India. And 2,000 are in the process of getting to India. So also close to 7,500 concentrators, oxygen concentrators that are gone. We have about close to 500 plus ventilators, 20,000 plus oximeters. So we are purchasing here and we are paying here. So we have already spent $7.5 million. In India, we have a local partners within India. So in India, we are setting up isolation centers, COVID centers to reduce the rush on the demand on the hospitals, because all patients don't need to rush to the hospital. They are in panic situations. So we have partnered with API in America. API is American Association.
I was about to ask that question.
Of Physicians of Indian Origin. And with them, we have a telehealth program. So we have put together eGlobalDoctors.com platform, under which the doctors in the United States are serving patients in India. They can call or phone or by Zoom link. They can ask their questions and doctors here will assist them in India. So that is very successful program going on. It's just taken off and it's working wonders. So that's another good program we have started. Also in India, we have a covidcare.com. It's a digital helpline where people can go and find information about empty beds in the hospital, where it's available, where is ambulance available, things of that nature. So that is also going on very well.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you have shipped a lot of oxygen concentrators, oximeters, ventilators, and medicine kits, and the different essentials needed for the current crisis. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to ask you this. I mean, those who are underprivileged, or I mean, how can people take the best help of Seva? I mean, some people are not educated back there, and some are underprivileged. Is Seva reaching out to anybody there, or I mean, how can people in emergencies, suppose they have some issues with health, or suppose they're having issues with their oxygen supply in the body, things like that. I mean, because you have also associating with API and telehealth, is there any way where Seva is reaching out to people, or people can actually quickly reach out and get a quick help, like get a quick fix for their health problems?
Very much so, because we have volunteers on the ground. Our digital helpline is manned by 200 volunteers and our other 800 volunteers. So we have total 1,000 plus volunteers on the ground, and they are spread out throughout India. So we have partner organizations in India like Seva Bharati, Seva International India, Seva International Bharat. So they are on the ground, and they are helping also with our endeavor. So this community where there is a need, they can reach out to our volunteers through local Seva Bharati or Seva International Bharat chapters there around India. We have already distributed 4,000 medical kits and 5,000 essential kits for people, because some of the areas have experiencing economic stress due to lockdown and other issues. So we are distributing essential kit that includes their basic ration and some other medical supplies and PPEs and things of that nature. So yes, there is a connection there where we can assist from here.
Much of the help is being rendered from USA uh, to India. I mean, I'm using your paraphernalia and the kind of vision you have weaved around this COVID crisis. So that's wonderful, Mr. Geetesh. What are the different locations where your volunteers or Seva people in India or whoever are associated, per se, your partners, are assisting? Different locations, there are different parts of India. So which parts of India are predominantly spread around as far as the volunteers are concerned?
Our volunteers are spread around in 19 states right now, and they've been distributing equipment as well as supplies. They are all states from, you can imagine, Kashmir to Kerala, and from Assam and Andhra Pradesh to Rajasthan and Gujarat. So I'm telling you the geographic boundary of India, north, south, east, west. So, and Madhya Pradesh and others in the center. So it is spread out all over the places, and we are, our partners are also well known within India, where people can reach out and seek help. All major cities are included in it. All the hotspots. We started with the hotspots first, and then we are spreading out further as the need is identified.
Okay. So I see that, you have, I mean, I wanted to ask the same question. You also mentioned about API. Tell us about your association and friendship with API, and how did you guys go hand in hand to help out this crisis in India?
So API has a very established organization in the United States, and the Seva International has also good operation in the US. So we are known to each other for some time, and they come together, both organizations, and they are assisting us on a medical side because that's their expertise. Our expertise is a ground operation in delivering service. So we are one of the leading organization in disaster relief. So API management and our management agreed to serve together, which is a win-win situation for everybody. So API doctors are guiding us for medical area, and our volunteers are serving on the ground with their assistance. So API doctors are, they set together this telehealth program under which eglobaldoctors.com came into being, where people can reach out to doctors here from India and ask questions about their health. And those who do not need to rush to the hospital, they can be served staying at home. And the doctors here are competent and very knowledgeable in their field of expertise. So it's a very good situation for people in India who would like to talk to doctors in America.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's great news, Mr. Geetesh, that API and Seva have collaborated to, shake hands and have a win-win situation where you have volunteer support and they have the medical support, they can, you guys can coalesce together to, kind of collectively help a lot of people with ease. Or else, it'll be, I mean, Seva might have uh, challenges with understanding the medical terminology, and RP might have had issues with, uh, finding people to distribute things and stuff. So I think the synergy went really well. I congratulate you both for that. And as far as, I mean, just wanted to dig into a little deeper into the subject, because the need of the hour when the COVID wave 2 have hit very badly, and especially India, uh, standing out as the biggest population for getting victimized by this virus, by this invisible enemy who have mutated into a different variant. Uh, I mean, I just wanted to ask, I mean, what are the steps you have taken as far as isolation centers are concerned, and hospitalization also? Is there any free hospitalization by Seva and API together in India?
So we are working with the NGO hospitals in India, and we are putting isolation centers where all medical services are provided. They are tested there. They are checked thoroughly for their vital signs, and medicines are provided given to them. So if situation accelerate to a seriousness, then they are moved to the regular hospital. So these isolation centers help to reduce the rush and demand on the hospitals. Similarly, COVID centers are also, field hospitals are created for treating patients locally.
Thank you. Tell me about covidseva.com, and how can people take the best help of COVID Seva?
Right. covidseva.com is our digital helpline, which is manned by 200 volunteers. They keep real-time information about hospital bed availability, as well as ambulance availability and other medical supplies. So it is very useful platform for people to seek out, search out the current real-time information in their particular towns or nearby big cities. So that is very useful because the people are in panic mode right now, because it is a very serious situation. And this helps them to find the right information without wasting their time while they are under tremendous stress.
Great information, Geetesh ji. Because we spoke about COVID Seva, what is that helpline? Is COVID Seva the helpline, or is there any particular helpline toll-free number where somebody if has issues with health or things like that, if they have to reach out to one particular number in India, is there any helpline available?
There is no helpline number per se, but within India, because in a lot of rural areas, many people do not have access to phone also.
Right.
So, they can always spot our partner organization or our volunteers. So they will put in touch with the right people all the way up to eeglobaldoctors.com. So it is a very efficient way. Already thousands of people have reached out to our doctors here, and they are able to assist them from here. So the system is in place and it's working very efficiently.
Wonderful, wonderful. Because this show's central theme was about COVID and helping. I mean, I feel that this should be helpful to a lot of people who will watch this show. I mean, how they can actually gain the best help from Seva. Can you tell us more about your partners in India? I mean, which other places people can, how they can, reach out to the partners and find out the nearest spot to actually go all the way to eGlobal Doctors. That way, if somebody is watching this show in India, they can actually, spread the information that way.
Yes, Seva Bharati and Seva International USA, Seva International Bharat, they are operating in all states in India, and it will be easy to contact local chapters there, and they will be able to guide them on the ground.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So so friends, you just heard Gitesh ji talk about this information, so, and we will also flash the websites on our screen so that people can note them down and make the best use of these websites to reach out to the centers and get the medical help that is required for that moment. Thank you so much, Gitesh ji, once again, and just wanted to uh, ask about. I mean, because you guys have assisted people with oxygen concentrators, oximeters, various paraphernalia have been spread around different parts of India to help people who are afflicted. And you guys have done a splendid job by spotting those places people have reached out to you, and you guys have put various pointers how to reach out Seva. And Seva have helped, invariably a lot of patients who are in this crisis and who were in the midst of emergencies. So, tell me your experience about what were the conditions of people, and how did how were I mean in what situations people were in, because people around the globe should know how what kind of devastation they have undergone.
Our volunteers tell us that there is a big need of bringing awareness, information, right information to people, because people are in panic mode. So first thing is to uh, disseminate the right information to people about situation and how to protect them. So we are distributing PPEs like mask and other information about social distancing, uh, all those basics, the ground rules, in a flyer, in a literature form, so people can read in their language and see. So first thing is to bring awareness to people. That one aspect we are doing. Second is providing the need of hospitalization, medical assistance. So, and some of the hospitals are uh, overwhelmed with the situation. So we are providing them the equipment, life-saving equipment that are needed right now. And we get input from our local partners in India on the ground. What are the needs? What are they actually needing for? So that is how we are procuring our equipment from here.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's definitely
Another area
well.
of the need is in the people are hurting economically. So we are assisting in that area as well by providing the basic uh, essentials.
Essentials.
Yeah.
Wonderful. One is you're spreading awareness in the form of a flyer, and the other thing is you're providing even economic assistance to those who don't have who don't know how to meet their ends. So that's wonderful information, Gitesh ji. We have covered all about the paraphernalia and how Seva have helped a lot of people with different equipments and uh, essentials, and giving them the best benefits as much as you can. And I'm pretty sure you guys have done a splendid job uh, in this endeavor. So, in closing, because because of the limitation of time, I am now have to conclude now. Uh, but our Mana TV international viewers, they would love to know, they'd love to get a consolidated message from you, to everybody, whoever will watch this show. What is your global message to everybody in the times of these crises?
If we are living in unprecedented times, as we see the challenges are enormous in India, threat anywhere is threat everywhere. When somebody is not well, everybody get affected. And this virus has no boundaries. It travels all across the globe. And we have seen this time and again in last year and plus, right? More than a year now. So the needs are enormous and resources are required for that. So I would request all your viewers to go to sevausa.org or our Facebook Seva International USA, and donate donate generously, because without resources, we cannot render the service where it is needed. So we are very grateful to our donors. On Facebook alone, we had more than 105,000 donors that came forward on one platform alone. So we are very thankful, very grateful to all our donors. But there is a lot to be done, lot more needs to be done, and that's why resources are needed very much. So please donate and donate generously. With that, together we serve better. We will fight this together and we shall overcome together. So I am very confident that your viewers will uh, support our cause, which is a noble cause to serve people in our motherland, India, who are suffering. So please go to our website. We are updating every day, and our Facebook page is constantly updated with videos and uh, pictures from the ground. So all these footages and all these photos that we place on our platforms will let you know what is exactly Seva International is and what they are doing on the ground, and that will uh, make you understand about our efforts. We are all in this together. So please support our endeavor. Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Geetesh ji, for such wonderful insights about Seva International, how you have helped out, how your vision is to actually help people at large, and especially in these unprecedented times, as you have told, where things are so uncertain and haphazard for all of us. I mean, Seva has come as a boon for a lot of people in need, especially now in India. So I congratulate you guys for your uh, big hearts and compassionate dispositions. And on that note, I mean, I'm pretty sure people have noted all the golden nuggets you have given. I mean, and the website is flashing on the screen. So dear friends, you can take the best advantage of going into the website and find out what's going on, how to take the best of help. Watch the videos on Seva's Facebook page and get more information and become more aware of the current crisis and live a better life. So on that note, thank you so much, Geetesh ji, once again for coming on my show.
Thank
And
you for the opportunity.
I wish Seva all luck and success for all your endeavors. Keep helping people, keep helping humanity, and keep empowering people at large. And on this note, friends, stay safe and stay healthy in these times. And I'll come back again, your favorite host, Sharath, signing off.